people, welcome back to WRDOHVN. If you've never been here before, hello darling, my name is Artemis, and today we are revisiting the question, what is your sexual energy? This is an 18 plus reading. We will have 4 piles today. Here are a clip of the piles. Feel free to meditate, pause the video, figure out which one is calling your name. Remember, if the message doesn't fit, it ain't shit. If it doesn't resonate with you, it wasn't meant for you. Take the parts that resonate, leave the rest behind, and in the description bar is where you'll find the times. So, without further ado, of pile 1. What is pile 1 sexual energy? All right, we have teacher. Networker. I already have something in mind. Wait till I tell you about it. And we have athlete. Right off the bat, your sexual energy gives me the vibe where you host like swingers parties and you have like orgies in your basement, okay? Because you teach people how like the ropes work, how the system works. And you're like networking people, you're bringing people together like, oh, here's my friend, this person, this is this person, you know. I see a vision of like people in a living room getting undressed and they're talking so casually to each other because this is like, you know, you guys are regulars at this point, you guys are advanced at this point, and any friend who comes into the mix, you like teach them the ropes and the ways. And with athlete, I just feel as though, you know, you're fit, you go to the gym, you take care of your body. You know that other people see your body often because you're into the things you're into. And, you know, you want to stay fit for, I heard fit for the fans, fit for the masses. Like, you like when people compliment you and it's like, oh, you look good. Like, look at those muscles. Like, you know, I could tell you're strong. That like makes you like hard work paying off. Like, look at me being noticed. That's the kind of vibe that comes your way. For some of you, okay, because with this card right here, it has these little envelopes. I seen invitations, like something real formal, and it's like you're cordially invited to my green room or my red room, or, you know, to the 4th of July. But people know that when parties are at your house, it's more than just a barbecue. You know, maybe that's like the family gets the barbecue and then after 8 o'clock, it's a whole different thing. But it's like, I saw like a masquerade ball and invitations and something like really high class. I just heard this isn't your back of the day rodeo. Like, you know, this scene has gotten, I heard the scene needs a facelift. Like, people hear orgies and some people are like, ew, gross. But for you, it's like a whole event, a whole like erotic novel. Okay, I could see someone writing a story about this. And some of you who are like, that's not me, but you wish it was. Like, if you had the money to afford this, or like you were able to put this production together, that's how you would do things. It's giving Virgo energy. It's giving, I saw Virgo, I saw Capricorn, I saw Gemini, and one of the fire signs, maybe Leo. You know, it's a reason to dress up. It's almost like a ball. And you definitely have rules and instructions like a teacher. You know, this, you're like, this is how we're gonna do this. Communicate. If you don't want to be here, this is, pick your safe word now, write it down on the card. Let's all introduce ourselves, say your age, say your pronouns, say, you know, it's like, it's a production. And then also on the athlete card, it says dedication to transcending physical limits. That makes me think that you're very flexible. or like that's kind of your motivation. You're like, okay, I'm gonna touch my toes, I'm gonna learn how to twerk, I'm gonna be able to bend backwards, I'm gonna be able to do these things so that when I'm in the bedroom for the benefit of other people. It's also giving me Libra energy. You are able to do these things, you know. You're like, well, when they want to feel like they're starring in their own production, okay, their own film, when they think they're auditioning for OnlyFans, I want to be able to play my role and be able to lift my leg behind my head. Like, that's why you do the things you do. You're like, I go to the gym and look good so that when they look back on these memories, they're going to be like, oh, there was this one person and they were fine. They were so strong. And that six pack or those muscles were just, you know, you're like, I'm living my best life so that your fantasy, your memories can be amazing. You are definitely a character. All right, let's keep going. Pile 1. What is pile 1 sexual energy? We have separation. And we have flirt. Yeah, you're definitely someone who's lighthearted, fun. You don't take yourself too seriously. Like, someone hears you say you don't take yourself too seriously, and they're like, you don't take yourself too seriously. You're in a strapless ball gown, and we're all about to get naked later. And you're like, okay, but until that happens, I might as well make a statement. Like, you're like, I make a statement with or without my clothes on. Wait and later, you'll see. You know, that's definitely your flirt. That's your, like, lighthearted. And people who aren't, you know, on your level or in your energetic frequency is kind of like, how is this lighthearted? And you're like, oh, this is casual. I'm in a ball gown, but this isn't my Sunday's best. Like, the way you're just like so sex positive, and the way you just interact with life, it's just like, you know, you're like, I see you. The energy is so good. I'm getting so many visions at once. Like, I see you at like a CVS buying condoms or something like that, and the cashier is like, oh, you need so many boxes. Like, what are you throwing a party? What are you giving them out for free? You know, you don't just have one box of condoms. You have like, you're buying it in bulk. You're at Costco. You got like bins or something, you know, because they're just easily accessible at your house or for your events. And you're like, yeah, I actually am throwing a party. You want to come? It's an orgy later. And you're like, serious, but the person thinks you're joking, and you're just like, oh, I'm just being a flirt. Like, don't worry about it. I'm just being a tease. I'm just trying to rile you up. It is true, and you can come if you want to, but don't feel pressured to. Like, with separation card, it gives me the energy that you like to keep your distance. You like to have your own space, you know, even though you let people have their sweaty bodies all over your house, and you know, that's like germs and stuff from my perspective. But even though you like let these events occur, and you know, you organize these things, you still want your distance from people. You still like your space, and you're like, okay, yeah, I seen y'all naked asses all week in my house, all weekend in my pool. Don't talk to me for the next 2 weeks. Like, I gotta clean, I gotta get this funk out my couch. Remember Riley, he threw up in the thing, and yeah, but I love you guys, I do. Like, you don't it's lighthearted energy. You're like, it's fun. I see my best friend naked. I heard my middle school teacher. It should not. I don't know who you know. Okay, your neighbor, whomever, or the guest and the attendants of these soirees, we could call them. You still are like, I need my distance. Like, maybe you say no to brunches and you say no to other events because you're just like, I need my space. I need my space in my house to recalibrate, to have the energy to participate in such events, you know? All right, let's keep going. I wanted to see if there's anything else I had to say, but We were good. All right. Pile 1. What is Pile 1 sexual energy? See, and then with separation, it's just really quick. I just want to make sure I cover my bases. It's just basically saying you give so much. You're giving people the rules. You're giving people the environment. You're giving people a safe place to have the freedom in their sexuality. You're giving people condoms. You're giving people food. You're giving people time and attention and your best self. You are giving people, you know, and you're not forced to do this. Of course, you want to be in these positions. It's great. It boosts your ego. You get to meet new people. You get to have fun. You get to control things. But you're also like, okay, and now I need a breather. And now I need a recharge. And now I need my space just for me. Thank you. See you next week. Goodbye. Exactly. We have Leo energy right here with the sun. It says your essence, your energy, your life force, your expression, your individuality. Ego is on that card. It definitely feeds your ego too a little bit. It also is a form for you to be creative. But you like to crack people wide open. We have healing. I feel like you weren't always this sex positive person. You could have been someone who was very codependent in the past. You could have been someone who didn't really speak up for themselves and what they like and don't like. Like Meg Thee Stallion in one of her songs, she'd be like, don't fuck me like that, fuck me like this. Like you are someone now who's very much like, I'm gonna teach you what I like. I'm gonna give you the cheat codes on how to get me there, because who got time for all of this? Because you definitely healed. You release self-doubt, you release shame. Maybe you have certain sensitivities, you let all of that go, and you like definitely tap more into your softness now. And just, you know, with growth in general, releasing things that don't work for you, you're very much more willing to be like, I like this, do this, I need my distance from you, I need time to think about this. Like, it's just, you've healed so much, and you're just like, this is me being me. I like the things that I like, and I want to make it easier for other people who like the things that I like to find a safe place to practice those things, blah, 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 blah. I was trying to rush through the thought because I had another thought blinking in the back of my mind, like, talk to me, activate me, and it just like evaporated. So I don't even know. But yeah, a lot of shame, a lot of internalized trauma. You let all of that go. Oh, that was it. On this card, it also says masculinity. So I was getting a masculine energy from the group. Just to put it out there, and masculinity is an energy. We also have Aquarius right here with Uranus. It says breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, unexpected, diversity, freedom, which is exactly what I said, a freedom for people to explore their sexuality. And it's definitely something original, like the way you operate in general, just the way you operate. And I'm not mad. I love it. Authenticity over acceptability, you already know. Oh, I forgot to open this deck. This is our next one, the Goddess deck, so just give me a sec. And I feel like you're the type of person whose mind is definitely like on a million different things at once. And what I mean by that is not only like, are you like, oh, do we have enough snacks? Is everyone comfortable? You know, do you feel okay? Like, not only are you playing host, you're also a participant. So when you're, and it's not just these things, because again, we're talking about sexual energy. So even, so many thoughts trying to come in at once. You as a person, the way you operate in the bedroom and with other people is unconventional, is original. And that is something you used to feel shame for, because maybe the way you flirt or the way you operate or needing your distance isn't something that's easily welcomed, or like common sexual practices, I guess you want to say. But you've learned to honor what makes you you, and you're definitely more like, this is what I like, this is what I am. Yeah, like you could like to get pegged is what I heard, and that's not in the right community, that's probably common. That's probably vanilla, you know? But in the conversations that are talked about, I guess you could say, maybe it doesn't come up as often. But anyway, you're just learning to be who you are and releasing anything that gets in the way of your pleasure. So I feel like I'm talking a lot about these orgies and these parties, but like that's just the dominant energy that's popping up, but that's not the only energy that's there. I feel like you are a type of person who goes on dating apps to hook up. Like some people don't do one night stands. I feel like that's not a problem for you at all. If anything, that's something you look for because it makes the separation easier. We have the past, number 36. We have Earth, which is funny because I said Virgo and Capricorn, which are both Earth signs. You can also throw Taurus in there, which is another Earth sign. We have number 16 here. What is this making me think of? Yeah, I feel like you've healed the past. You've shed your tears. You've gotten over your internalized homophobia. You've owned who you are. You separated yourself from who you used to be. Oh my gosh, I just seen this. With the past card, I just got the vision of someone's like hooking up. Someone you've hooked up with sees you on the street, sees you in the daytime, and they're trying to talk to you. And you're like, okay, yeah, like what? Like what is it? What do you want? And the person is like, oh, am I bothering you? And you're like, yeah, I thought you would have noticed that when I barely talked to you, but for some reason you still chose to have a conversation. Like, what's up? And they're like, oh, I just wanted to say, like, you know, I had a great time or whatever. And you're like, why are you talking to me about this? The past is the past. Like, I already separated that thought from out of my mind. And they're like, okay, but don't act like you weren't sobbing on my knob and cupping my balls, and don't act like you weren't going down on me and like squeezing my tits. Like there's some type combo action, you know? And they are feeling special, like, oh, but you did these things. And you're like, I did those things because I enjoy those things. I did those things because I'm a multitasker. You weren't the special variable in that equation. Okay, I'm the constant. This is my house. This is what I do. But if you enjoyed yourself, great. Next time, fill out a review card. But why are you sitting here in my face while I'm trying to get my groceries at 8:30 in the morning talking to me about something that already happened? Like, you're very grounded in who you are as a person now because you've healed so much. And you're like, I'm very, first I'm very hot, all right? Because you know when you crack an egg on the concrete, supposedly in the sun, it'll like sizzle and you can have a fried egg right there or something like that. Like you're very aware of you and your impact on people, but you're also very grounded in who you are. So you're like, I like what I like and I do what I do. And if that's something you want to do too, cool. But if not, okay. The end. Like, yes, I'm diverse, I'm edgy, I'm unexpected, I get it, surprise, but move on from the shock. Like, come on, what's up? I see why you have fans now. You're like the closest thing people have to a celebrity. They're like, ooh, you probably get stared at a lot. People be like gawking at you. And you forget you're attractive. You ready to rumble. You're like, you staring too long. What? There's a problem? And you're like, oh, wait. I'm cute. Wait. They never seen somebody with this much freedom. Wait. I know I look like the baddest bitch you've ever met. Let me just let them live. They be on you like flies on shit. Like, you're like, I know I'm this shit, bitch. Thank you. I almost forgot, but you reminded me. All right, go about your day. You want a picture? I don't take those. Goodbye. What is And I don't want people to confuse this with selfishness. Never did I say your sexual energy is selfish, okay? You just know who you are, what you have to offer. You're like, I'm Aphrodite. I'm sacred, all right? I've healed any small, humble, oh my gosh, it's for the pleasure of the masculine. You know, whatever like porn tries to push. You're like, no, 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 no. I know what this is about. You're like, I could have somebody dick whip, pussy whip, whatever the case may be. You're like, What is pile one sexual energy? We have air. It says number 26. Breathing deep, entering into life, exchanging of life-bringing energies. Yeah, that's why that person's coming up to you in the grocery store so sprung, you know? Because you, like, breathe a new air into people. And even a sexual experience, like, kind of, like, breathes new air into you. And you're like, oh, revived. You guys ever seen Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake? And they're like, sometimes sex should be like playing a tennis. It should just be something back and forth. And then you just part ways, you know, you just shake hands and things are over. Or like, it should be like cracking your neck. Like sometimes you just need it. And for me, it's making me think of air, breathing deep, like yawning. Sometimes like, you just yawn. Uncontrollable. And you just, you know, feed into... You can feel when the yawn is starting, you know what I mean? That's the equivalent of like you being horny. And you could like try to ignore a yawn, or you could just naturally give into it. And sometimes, oh no, I was going to say when you yawn, your heart stops, but I think that's when you sneeze. But it's giving me the energy like, not that your heart stops, but maybe the moment kind of stops. You get so lost in the pleasure and the freedom and the enjoyment that it's just like, oh, where are we even? We are a rock floating in space. This is what humanity should be all about, you know? But then you get grounded with the earth card and you get back into your footing and you're like, oh, get away from me. That was just momentary pleasure and the sun has come up, all right? Wipe the crusties out your eyes. The birds is chirping and... Hello. Good morning. All right. What else we got? A few more cards and we are done. Pile one. What is your sexual energy? Talk about a happy Valentine's Day, right? Self-awareness. Yep. We have boundaries. That's exactly the energy I was picking up on. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? That's you. You definitely separate your nighttime activities from your daytime activities. You definitely separate, you know, what you do in the dark stays in the dark. I'm over here moving this around. I don't know where I want it to go. Yeah, you know how to be like, you guys aren't going to get too much of my energy, too many hands in a pot. Like, I know I have this, like, spiral allure. Like, you kind of hypnotize people into wanting to be around you all the time. But you're just kind of like, okay, I need my space too. Like, yeah, we had our hands all over each other. But now I need y'all to get your hands back. Y'all still trying to grab, like... Pile one. And I just seen 1010 on the clock. You're a 10 and you need 10s is what I heard. You're like, I can't be the only one putting in the work. I can't be out here looking like the best in the business. And you look like... The picture I saw was somebody who looks like Peter Griffin. And they said, and you look like you eat donuts as a dare. Like, you just can't stop eating donuts. What is pile one sexual energy? You definitely have a fresh way of thinking, and you need other people to be that same way. And then with air right here, let's throw air signs in there, because we have Aquarius, and I already said Libra, and I already said Gemini. Oh, so air signs already on the board. But yeah, you have a fresh way of thinking. You have a unique way of looking at sexual matters. I feel like you also... Hold on. I gotta sneeze. Oh, all right. What was I saying? I don't remember. Let me just get the cards first. Pile 1, sexual energy. Okay, Cancer wanted to make an appearance. All right. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Chariot, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Wands. So... what was I saying? Yes, you are the type of person who has a fresh way of thinking. Again, because you healed and you released that shame, you're someone who's very accepting of other people's sexuality, other people's sexual preferences. You're very sex positive. So in the bedroom, not only do you like big dicks, okay? I haven't recorded a sexual reading in so long. This is so funny to me. Yes, not only do you like... because, all right, look at this. This John right here is very large. This little, like, staff back here is catching my eye. All right. All of these people got staffs. So, you know, it's just giving rod effect. It's giving poles and whatnot. Anyway. And with these points, it's giving like a little prick, like, and you can't get pricked by a taco. Nevertheless, focus brain. Come on. All right. Your sexual energy. Yeah, you have a new way of thinking of things. You make people, it's like a judgment-free zone around you. So people are very drawn towards that, like, innocence of like, or that joy of letting people just be who they want to be without shame. And you know, with these kids right here is giving me like, some people when they're kids, they don't get to like explore stuff. Like when I was a kid, I don't know what kids do these days, this age, but when I was a kid, I wasn't participating in nothing. But people was out here playing Truth or Dare and 7 Minutes in Heaven, and girls was making out with girls, and like people was exploring and experimenting and stuff like that. But some people didn't get that chance, that opportunity. I guess you could say I didn't get that opportunity. We wasn't playing games like that, but you heard about them kids who got mono, right? That's just because they be all kissing up on each other and stuff. So anyway, things that people wanted to explore that seem like innocent or seem young, again, you give them a safe environment to participate in those things. And you've been on such a journey that you're just like, well, I've been through this and I've healed through that, so I don't want to project anything on other people that I felt myself. And you're just very like, you know, and you do have this romantic quality about you. Even though you want to get away from people and keep your distance, you do have like a certain romance about things, which is probably why you want to do like decadence and balls and parties and like make it an event and make it a thing. You kind of want to celebrate the things you've been shamed for. And you're like, let's go. And with this card, which is funny that it popped up because this card is like competition, or like trying to outdo one another. And that's like the energy I get from you. Like you guys are all, I heard an orgy position. Like, I don't know what y'all doing. Somebody getting choked. Y'all all close together. Things are overlapping, you know? And you're like, yeah, I try to outdo people a little bit. You know, I'm going to make sure I have the best outfit or the best food or the best delivery or whatever. But that's just the energy you ooze. So this is what I have for you, Pile 1. This is your sexual energy. If you like the vibe, subscribe to the tribe. If this resonated with you, definitely comment down below and let me know. Comment down below this emoji right here so that I know you got to the end of it and it resonated with you, you know? So we could be on the hush hush. We don't gotta say no things, because when I be when I be on other people's videos and people are like, oh, I pick pile 1, pick pile 2, I feel like that sways my choice. So then, because now I'm thinking about their number in my head. So then I don't even want to watch that video. So I don't want anyone else to have that effect. And I'll see you next time. Toodles. Hello, pile 2. So, okay, lover boy. Ooh, lover boy. That's what I just heard. Who is... Oh. You're gonna have to run things my way because you sounded like my type. But no. Let me get your last card before we talk about it. What is your sexual energy? Pile 2. Oh. You know what? Comment down below this emoji right here if you pile 2, because you might just be daddy, okay? I'm playing too much. All right, we have lover. It says great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. I feel like you really enjoy giving head. All right, can we just start right there? Because with unbridled appreciation of someone or something, I feel like you don't even want to make eye contact with the person almost, because at first, you know, because you're like, let me just be in my zone. Let me just see what's around here. I haven't been down here in a while. I missed you. Mind you, you're talking to your focus is on what's below the waist right now. All right, you making direct eye contact, like, how you been? Relax, I'm gonna take care of you. I know it's been a while. You ever been to a massage parlor to get your nails done, or the barber shop, or anywhere, and they're like, what's up with you, bro? I see you need my love and attention, like, right now. I see the, you know, the way this nails look. I would see the way your hair has overgrown. I see that you need my care and attention, and I'm about to deliver exactly that to you. And that's the attention you give when you're giving somebody head, where you're just like, I'm gonna do all the pleasures. I'm gonna do all the things. But then I feel like eventually, again, because you got this lover energy, you out here trying to have, you know, you're trying to have missionary, you're trying to have eye contact, even when you are going down on somebody. Eventually, you got these piercing eye contact. You trying to interlock fingers and hold hands. Like, you really trying to show your devotion and your appreciation for these matters, for what's going on. Like, with the King card, we have benefiting those in your charge, enlightened, benevolent leadership. I feel like you take the lead. You're like, all right, I got the condoms, I planned the date, I scheduled the things. Like, you're very much, or even, you know, in the bedroom, you don't even have to command it, you know, sire, what is it that you desire? Well, I need you to get down on all fours. Like, no, you're not like that. Some of you, actually, let me run that back. Some of you like that Dom sub energy, and they're like, who's daddy's good little whore? And you're like, it's me, Mario. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so many downloads right now. I feel like you, some of you like, well, it's not some of you, it's just all a pile too. Y'all like family porn. Y'all like that stepbrother, stepdaddy situation, step sibling genre of things, right? And some of you, yes, do like to be commanded. And if you do, you're going to be the one to take charge. Like, you like taking the lead. You like commanding the room. You like making the plans. You like being in control. And sometimes I feel like it could be a little softer in the sense where you won't say anything. You'll just do the action. Like, you guys are making out. You're the one unbuckling pants. You're the one taking off shirts. Like, you're the one inching towards the next step, which makes me think of cardinal energy. And if you're a cardinal sign, that is, let me think, Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Libra. If I'm not mistaken, those are the cardinal signs. So that's the energy that's giving you're the one to take the lead. But we also have mentor here, which makes it sense also. It says passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So you're the one, again, taking this person under your wing. Actually, yes and no, because you like to be the leader, you like to be the king. You can take somebody under your wing. You can take the lead, but just because you like to take the lead doesn't mean you don't also like to be coddled, because this looks like the same person. So you also want someone to take you under the wing. You also like to be the little spoon. You're like, yeah, I'm going to give you flowers and I'm going to give you chocolates and I'm going to give you roses. But reciprocity is amazing. I'm going to write you a song and I'm going to write you a love poem. But if you could also honor me in some way, that would be great. Because it's, again, it's that king energy where it's like, yeah, I'm the king and I'm going to take care of my town and I'm going to take care of my people and my peasants and my family and the sanctity of the country that we stand upon. But I would also like you to pay taxes. Like, but I would also like you to come to the king's feet and present a chicken as a gift. Like, you also want things back. Definitely reciprocity. But yeah, you're the one taking the lead. You're the one initiating this, the love. You want to be romantic and kissy and touchy. I feel like physical touch and gifts are your love language. So many things. I feel like you would date a virgin, okay? Because you're like, I'll take the lead. I'll mentor you. I'll train you to do what I like. Like, again, that goes back to that Dob sub energy for me, where it's like, oh, you're a virgin? Perfect. Like, now you can edge this person. Now you can tease this person. Now you can tell this person. I see, you know, when some people have a dog and they put like a biscuit or like some type snack on their nose and they're like, don't get it until I say go. Don't do it until I say. You're like that person. So if you had someone who was, I mean, they don't have to be a virgin. They could be anyone. Whatever partner you're dealing with now, I feel like you would be like, wait there. Don't touch yourself unless I say it's okay. Don't come unless I say it's okay. Do you hear me? What's the safe word? Make sure we're on the same page. Like, you're very... You know what you is. Stop playing with me. Let me stop talking about this and go on to the next one. Pile 2, what is your sexual energy? We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah, exactly. You're definitely that lover. You're definitely like, let's dance in the rain. Let's dance with no music on. Let's change the radio station, and whatever song we land on, that's our song. Like, finances and career, exactly. I told you gift giving is your love language. Like, you're very like, oh, okay. I just got the vision of you having, you know, you're in this dom sub relationship, and when you guys aren't in like role play mode, I feel like you could be a soft dom also. You know, you're out here praising your person, like someone you're interested. You like the type of person who's interested in kink praises. Anyway, I feel like, again, you're a king. You got finances, you got money, you're wealthy, so you can afford to buy into this hobby, I guess you could say. So like, you show someone, you know, like Christian Grey, you show someone your room and you got all these floggers and all these different size robes and all these different types of handcuffs and like a variety of products, different size dildos, these straps, these leathers, these chains, these swings that hang, and you know, and stuff and collars and just an assortment. Okay, you could sell this if you wanted to. That's how much, like, you have a collection. Okay, and it's because you can afford to keep up with the habit, with the hobby, or whatever the case may be. Again, with Christian Grey, where he could afford to have his partner constantly getting checkups and, like, you know, being on birth control or whatever the case may be. Like, it's kind of like you can afford the habit. So even if you had kids, which for you, I don't see that as a completely bad thing. I don't think you're not planning to have kids, but if you did have kids, you wouldn't mind, because again, you're a king. You want heirs. You want to have a legacy. You don't mind mentoring people. So, you know, you could take that kid under your wing and like teach them and like pass down your wisdom, and you could afford that consequence. For some of you, kids ain't a consequence. Don't come at me in the comments. For me, they are. So that is why I said it in that way. But yeah, you're someone very, with express your love, you're very talkative. So I feel like you enjoy dirty talk. You want to hear, oh. Not only do you want to say, because again, you like reciprocity. So not only do you want to say, what I just heard in my head was, you make me, okay, let me do it in the voice, because that's what y'all came here for. Yeah, right there. Oh, that makes me so wet. Oh, that's so tight. Like, and then not only do you want to say that, but you want to hear, no one's ever been, because again, I like, okay, a virgin energy popped in my head. So they would be like, no one's ever been here before. No one's ever done that like that. That feels so good. The way you fit inside me. Like, that boosts your ego, because you're just like, like again, it's going back to the king energy. It's making me think of, you were a prince growing up, waiting to, you know, for when you'll be king. And when you're king, the people of the town are like, wow, no one's gotten the taxes this low. No one's cared about the people like this before. No one's gone to these lengths for us. You're the best king we've ever had, you know? So in your head, you're like, haha, I'm better than my dad, better than my grandpa. I'm the best king around. You already know, like, it's kind of an ego boost, you know, not in a bad way, but it's just like capping your head up. So when you hear like, yeah, right there, that feels so good, you're like, look at me doing the best, being the best that could be, like. Or you also like, because you're a lover, you also like when you're like, oh, who's daddy? I can't do it in a guy voice. Who's daddy's little, you know, it kills the vibe. So who's daddy's good little girl? And then they feed into your energy and they're like, I'm your good little girl. I'm your dirty little slut, you know, whatever. And you're like, you know, it's like when you send a dirty text and they send back a freakier one and you're like, oh, y'all bout it, are you? You bout it for real. That's the energy you like to embody. So let's keep going. What is your sexual energy? Capricorn, yes, it says the boss. You like to be the boss. You're prepared. So, you know, condoms, birth control, you got the things. You're reserved. I feel like, you know, you're the king. You represent so much. You represent the hope of the city. So you're very reserved. You're very like, we got it. You're very cool, calm, and collected. But behind closed doors, you're that lover boy. You're that lover girl. You're like, let me be the little spoon. Cuddle me. Tell me how, you know, your day was. Tell me I'm pretty. Buy me flowers. Make me feel good. Tell me you love me. And we have Capricorn again, 10th house. And look, where do the kings sit? On the throne, all right? We have responsibility, which is, again, what I was saying. If you have a consequence of a child, you're very much the type of person who will take care of your responsibility for the sake of your legacy, for, you know, the empire. But you're very down to earth. You feel very accomplished. It says majestic, badass, traditional. So I mean, a king has a family. A king has a queen. When I just seen traditional, I feel like you're not doing this. You're not giving this energy to just anybody. Like maybe some people could get your lover energy, your flowers, your chocolates, but you're not giving this sub-dom energy to just everyone. You're not expressing your love to just anyone where it's like, oh, you know, you're not giving the full package. That's what I'm hearing, to just anyone. You want someone like doting on you, you know, fawning on you, like falling all over you. And I heard you don't want a concubine. Maybe some of you, maybe a small portion of you, because you know the kings, they got their queens, but then they also have their little side hoes. But the energy I'm getting from you, because you're such a lover, you want to give all that love to your queen, to your again, reciprocity to your equal, to your counterpart. Like, you have a reputation to uphold. You need to have the right person at that throne with you. And with finances and career, I feel like, you know, you don't want to be taken advantage of. You're like, I'm not just going to wine and dine every Madonna, Cher, and Blair I see. Like, I only want Cleopatra. That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, then we have first house with Aries energy. It says self, physical body, self-image. Yeah, your self-image. You know, the cameras is on you. The lights is on you. Maybe you famous. Again, run it back to this Christian Grey, 50 Shades of Grey energy. 50 Shades of Grey, he was like the most eligible bachelor and had like, you know, a popping company. He has some clout on his name. So the streets can't be finding out that he is on some bondage, like having people sign contracts, multiple women he's ran through energy, because he has a reputation to uphold. So I feel like you definitely care about your self-image. And maybe that's for you too. You can't, for you, your self-image wouldn't be like wouldn't deteriorate or wouldn't be ruined if people found out that you love hard. For you, you would be found out if people were like, dang, you wasted all your money. You spent your money on her. Like, you couldn't live that down for some reason. You're like, I can't be spending money at the whole, like, maybe you get on your friends for going to the strip club and you're like, why would you waste money like that? So for you to be like constantly dating and buying random girls dinners, you're like, I can't do that. I got an image to uphold. But yeah, I feel like you look good. You want your partner to look good. You just want things to go a certain way. Let's keep going, because I don't know. I just it kind of just fizzled out, like. And with this, it's giving me the energy with this welcome mat and this door open. Like, you want to date someone you could take home to mom. You know, because the king has a legacy, but, you know, you also kind of want to impress the previous king or something like that. Maybe your mother still lives with you in the castle. Something, I don't know. But you want to have, like, poised in the streets, pussy in the sheets. That's what I just heard. No, freak in the sheets, you know? So you want to be able to have someone you could take home to mom, like the queen, your other half type of stuff. Like, this is the one I'm going to rule the realm with. Pile 2, what is their sexual energy? Pile 2. Pile 2, what is their sexual energy? Too many cards keep coming out. Pile 2, sexual energy. And remember, oh no, was that you? Never mind. Well, we have 1 right here, and 10. Well, 1 and 0 is 1. 1 and 1. Ones represent new beginnings. But when I saw 1 and 1, it made me think of when you have your soulmate. In my opinion, you want 1 plus 1 is 3, because you are your own entity and they are their own entity. And then together you have union, which is like a third thing. So you each have your own self, and then there's outside of yourself, which is the connection. It's also making me think of, like, your partner isn't like some maiden that was picked up off the street. This isn't a Cinderella moment where the prince just found some random hoe one day. No, she not a hoe, but you know what I mean. That's just how I talk. But your partner is someone who came with something themselves. So, like, you are the king of England and you're marrying the Queen of Spain. Like, you know, they got their own thing going on. They got their own, it's not a codependent energy. Again, it's very much that reciprocity and balancing. We have miracles, number 31. 31 comes down to 4. 4 represents foundations and investments. So with miracles here, and with your sexual energy and what you're trying to offer and what you're trying to find, I feel like that connection is a miracle. To find a partner Oh my goodness. I heard, and then we also have Revelation, okay, number 28. And 2 and 8 is 1. So again, that goes back to new beginnings. But with this miracle card, it says Mary. And this says 𝚙𝚐𝐴. And 𝚙𝚐𝐴 is the goddess of lightning. And lightning makes me think of Aquarius energy, which is funny because we have the miracle card here. And basically for you to find a partner like this, or even, okay, you are like, do you know how hard it is to find a virgin sub? Or do you know how hard it is to find someone who's my equal and has the same sex drive as me, the same libido as me, as blah, 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 blah. That's a miracle. But also you are a miracle. To be someone who's like generous with their finances, generous with their love, has a good head on their shoulders, knows how to take the lead, like all of this type energy is also a miracle. So like your match is going to be very divinely guided and is very much like something you feel worthy of, something you want to express your love about. You want to tell strangers on the street, you want to shout it from the rooftop, like, this is my person, I found something. This is a miracle that they're as traditional as me, as they're as equal as me, just equal. And you know how special you are. So to say someone is your equal is like, whoa. And I feel like it's funny, Aquarius energy is popping up because Aquarius is the surprise, is the unexpected, is the difference. So I feel like you're going to find what you're looking for. And it just so happens I'm an Aquarius. I'm just going to put it out there that the energy from the beginning is matching the energy of the end. I stand by what I said. If this is your pile, comment down below and let me know. Let's keep going. What is pile 2 sexual energy? And with traditional and with miracles, because Mary is the mother of God, it's making me think of religion or making me think of spirituality. I feel like this is a very like spiritual connection. And then we have endurance, keep going, number 43. 4 and 3 is 7. 7 to me means spiritual entanglement, like spiritual interaction. Again, divinely guided. With endurance, keep going. I feel like you're on the right path to finding who you're looking for. So just keep doing what you're doing. Like if you decided to stay off dating apps, or if you decided to go out more so you have more higher chance of running into somebody, or if you decided to find someone's page you liked on Instagram and just DM them and see what'll happen. Like whatever you've been exploring and doing, just keep up with that. You're already on the right path. Or also just keep minding your business if that's also something you've been doing. Because again, this is a divinely guided connection. So spirit will have you casually bump into somebody at the supermarket at the same time, or have you walk into some random store you've never been in before and see this person. Like it'll work itself out. And then we have the crumbling, which is lightning again, which is again making me think of Aquarius energy. It says, what are you clinging on to? With this, I feel like, and the keep going card, I feel like you are about to come out of this like storm and this darkness and like this single, I'm not saying being single had to be this darkness and whatnot, but you're kind of like coming out of this lonely era with, again, where the doors are opening so that you can go into this garden, into this pleasant time. So I feel like you're gonna meet your person soon. Divine timing is making its way, because we did have all these ones which represent new beginnings. So I feel like the new beginning is coming in very soon, which is why it's telling you to keep going, keep your endurance up. I know it's probably hard, and maybe you even been saying things like, oh, I'm 31 now, like if they're not here by now, I'm just gonna give up on being in a relationship. I feel like between the ages of 28 to 31, you've started to really believe that you are ready for a relationship. And 28, 29, 30, 31, that's 4 years, almost 5 years. So you're kind of just in a state where it's like, if it's not meant to be, if it's not my time, then I'm just not even try. I'm not gonna even bother. And you're kind of losing hope. So it's kind of saying like, keep that endurance up, keep pushing on, keep going. Also, since we're talking about sexual energy, this just came in because again, it's this miracle card that really triggered this for me. I feel like this is something you needed to hear. Like, you're kind of like, when are they coming? Are they even gonna be here? Maybe I'm just delusional and the person I'm imagining doesn't even exist. And it's kind of like, especially with this revelation, it's kind of like, oh, you're gonna be like, when you guys are in this environment, in a sexual connection, you're going to really have that revelation, and they're going to feel the same way, where it's like, oh, I see why I waited. I see why it wasn't anyone before this person. I see why this is my match. Yeah, but with endurance, don't give up. Just keep going. Things are crumbling around you. Your old life is crumbling around you, and you don't see those pieces and you don't see those steps, but you're going towards Emerald City. You're going towards a whole new, a whole new way of life. So don't cling onto your current environment, or don't cling onto the mentality of like, things are the way they are and they're only going to be this way. Like, things are in motion that you don't even see. But also, again, with your sexual energy, you do have a high libido. You could go for hours. You can like you could find pleasure in foreplay. Even if you stop for a minute and you got out the bedroom and you're like, let's get breakfast, let's get a bite to eat, let's leave the house. You guys, like, I'm saying you guys because you're such a set now. Hold on, my legs hurt. Oh, you see? That's you guys. You're going to be like, oh, my legs hurt. Let's take a walk. Let's go swimming. Let's stretch our legs. Because you can keep going for hours. I was saying the tease, the thought of being with this person, like, I feel like you enjoy mental stimulation. So if you guys are at a restaurant, you're getting hand jobs under the table. Like, you're whispering things and you're hoping the waitress doesn't hear. You guys are trying to do quickies in the bathroom. You're like caressing. There's still a buildup. Or you're just whispering dirty things into each other and you're like, oh, have you looked at the menu? What are you thinking about getting? I was leaning towards the tacos. And they're like, I want to stuff your taco. Like, you guys are just making... you're making any situation sexual. You're flirtily, like, sucking the straw and giving each other eye contact. Like, there's still a buildup. You could keep going. Like, there's no stopping. When it comes to the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? I feel like you're also... because you're someone that's so independent, but you're also a lover, when you get this person, it's very much like clinging on to them, a little codependent energy. Not in a bad way, but just because you want to love them so much, and for them to have the same capacity of love for you, which is like so much, you just want to like pour into the other one and just be lovey-dovey and ooey gooey and, and that. So I feel like you want someone that you can pour all of this love and attention into. And you're just like, I just want to love you. Okay, pile 2. This is going to be the last set of cards. So pile 2. What is pile 2? Sexual energy. Did I say Aries energy? First house is Aries energy. Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Virgo. That's the energy I'm getting. Scorpio. Oh, you see... I just said Sagittarius energy. What is pile 2's sexual energy? I just seen 28:33 on the recording time. We have Pisces, Cancer. That was crazy. I don't take cards when they come out together, but I'm going to take these ones. This is 10-10. 10-10. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, the Moon, 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins. Let's start right here, which is something I also never do either. Starting at the end and going back to the beginning. You are a family man, a family person, all right? Obviously, again, we have the King here. King wants heirs. I feel like even if your family is just you and your partner and a dog, and you have a bunch of nieces and nephews, you could be happy with that. If you had a kid yourself, maybe like just one, you would also be happy with that. If you're a masculine, I feel like you want to be a girl dad. That's the vibe I just got, the download, whatever you want to call it. You're the type of person who not prioritizes pleasure, but you definitely give attention to your pleasure, which makes sense because you have like collections of things. You want your environment to be exactly what you need. Like, you see them holding this coin, like the coin is no problem for you. You're offering the coin. You're like, what can I give you? Who can I pay to get the things I'm looking for? With these people right here, okay, can we give me with these ones? Naked. I feel like you like to be naked. You like to walk around naked, which also is why you're always ready to go. Because it's like they're looking at you naked. You look the fuck good. They look good. Things are activated. Like, skin is touching skin. This card right here means divine timing. I want to stress, I can't stress that enough. Divine timing is so on your side. This is connection is so like spiritually divine. So like spirit's hands are all over this connection. This is emotional fulfillment. This is family. This is longevity. This is finances and career. Exactly what we were saying. This is abundance. This is wealth. Like, you had confusions. You had fears. There's things you focused on, you know, there's like memes around that's like when someone does something, you start hyper focusing on their annoyance and then you don't want to deal with them anymore. It's like, oh, they chew this weird way, their second finger is longer than the first, I can't fuck with them no more, like I gotta get rid of them. You were definitely someone who had like insecurities, not in a way that it kind of holds you back from things, but in the love department it was more kind of like you weren't sure if the person you hope exists really does exist. You were considering settling, and you are someone that is patient enough. Well, typically you're patient enough, but again, these past 5 years you're kind of like, where's my person? Like, I understand in the past why they weren't here. I thought I was ready and I wasn't, but now I'm ready and you still haven't delivered them. So like, what gives, you know? So it's kind of insecure that your person even exists, but it's saying have faith, have a little more patience, believe that what you're looking for is out there looking for you too. But yeah, you like to give pleasure, you like to receive pleasure, you don't have sex because you're supposed to, because it's like what you do in a relationship, quote unquote. That's not true. A relationship is what you feel comfortable doing and what you feel safe and what you trust participating in. But you actually enjoy sex. You actually want to be here. You like skin to skin contact. You like oil massages. You like getting high and hooking up. You like being in water, or like, you know, you like experimenting and you like exploring, and you yeah, you just want to keep going. So this is what I have for you, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Today we are tapping into what is your sexual energy. Yes, I think I did cover something similar to this, like what is your bedroom energy, but just be happy it's an 18+ reading, all right? I haven't done one in a while. What is your sexual energy? And if you have so many great ideas of a question you would want me to tap into, feel free to comment down below and let me know. You're the first group to give me attitude. It's giving Gemini energy. It's giving Sagittarius energy. A little bit of Pisces also is popping up for me. And Scorpio. Oh, see, this is why we got bully. You're like, I'm just teasing. I feel like you like to tease your partner. You could even be someone who likes to, you know, those people who get off on degradation. Is that what it's called? You know, when you're like, ew, you're so ugly and fat. Who's gonna want to fuck you with that little ass dick? And they're like, they're getting right off. We also have father. You like to be called daddy. But then we also have virgin. Your group is definitely interesting. Okay, Virgin says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. That makes me think you talk about it, but you don't be about it. At least not yet anyway. I feel like this group has a lot of virgins in it. You might sext or like participate in phone sex. Like you might help someone get off, but you maybe never touched a dick yourself. You know, something like that. I just heard, right there. That feels so good. Don't stop. And then, like, this is the scene. That happened. You were saying that to someone. And they were like, oh, yeah, wait till I see you. My flight's going to be this day. I can't wait to hang out. And you're like, But then when they're in your face, you're not about it. When they're in your face, you're like a bully. And you're like, ew, don't touch me like that. Wow, what makes you think I would like that? And they're like, what? And you're like, I'm just kidding. Like, but you're just uncomfortable. You're just trying to deflect. When it comes to father, it says talent for creating and supporting life, positive guiding light within a tribal unit. I already got it. As soon as I read it, the vision came to my mind. It's making me think like maybe you'll do like a mutual masturbation type of situation, or again, you'll help them get off. You're like, you touch yourself, but I'll tell you what to say, like JOI type of situation. And you're like, and then you touch it. Can you imagine me licking your balls right now? And then stroke it. And then, like, you know? But again, it's that virgin energy where they're not really participating in the activity. They're just, with this right here, is making me think of, what did I just hear? Blow smoke up your ass. Like, they're just saying, you just saying it to play the part, you know? You were like, well, you were going to jerk off anyway, so I was just helping you out. I was just lending a hand, but I don't want it to be my hand. Like, I was lending a theoretical hand, but to actually touch, it be wet and it be slimy and it be like germs and like, no, no, thank you. Cause with this one, I feel like, you know, there's love there. You want to make them happy, like, let me help you in the best way I can, which is only a verbal conversation because you're kind of like still guarding yourself. You could feel guarded. You could feel not ready to participate. Sexual activities could feel like they kind of bully you. You could have went through some like physical abuse and have some deep fears about some things. So, you know, you participate in a way that you feel safe about, but not much more than that. So some of you do have a fear like of intimate union. But others of you could just, again, not be ready to participate. You could be born again. You could just be waiting a long time before, not, you know, you're not like holding out forever. You're just holding out for now. It really depends on the person, but that's the vibe that I'm picking up on. Let's keep going. This is interesting. Your pile's interesting. I'm still cracking up that I picked up on that bully energy. And I'm not saying you're a bully. I think Sagittariuses are hilarious. Me and Gemini, I'm an air sign. Air signs, we could bust it up all day. All right. I think it's so fucking funny. And I didn't get an energy from you that's malicious, but it was just kind of like, like, you know, like, why would you fucking wear that? And you're like, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I mean, it's ugly, but if you think you look cute, then that's all that matters. You know, you're very much like that type of person. We have unrequited love. Some of you could be, that's why you're a virgin. That's why you're kind of sticking on the sidelines, because you either never participated in, or you had a past situation where it says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So I feel like you don't want to have sex with someone and they're just like, oh, unrequited love now. Like, all of a sudden I lose the interest in you, you know? So you definitely stay guarded, keep people at a distance, guard your heart. And I feel like if this situation didn't happen to you directly, where someone was all about you and then you gave up the cookie or whatever, and then they forgot about you and ghosted you, if that didn't happen to you personally, you know too many stories that has happened. So you're like, nah, let me just keep my distance. Exactly. We have pay attention to the red flags. It says the signs are cautioning you, which is definitely the vibe I got from this picture, where they were like, you know, caution, taking a step back, not trying to participate directly. This group is so interesting. I really didn't think I was going to pick up on an energy like this, but I feel like, again, yeah, the red flags, people have played their part, where it's like, you only care about the physical, and even though, you know, I'm 𝚙𝚏𝚎 with you, it's not like that. For some of you, even, I get the vision kind of like a Cardi B, where you're a stripper and it's like, yeah, you play the part, you like give into the role for funsies, but you're not fucking nobody in the VIP room. Like, it's not that serious for you. So you're helping somebody get off, you know, you're like, yeah, I could read this script, I could say some things, I've read enough little books, I could like tease you, like, yeah, right there. You know, you could play a little part. You could get people a little riled up, but you're not pursuing further than that. And for some people, even, they consider you a bully, because they're like, you're a tease. You just do these parts and you don't, you know, hit a home run. And you're like, I just told you I was going to play catch. Nobody told you we was running bases. Like, you taking it too far. And I love that about your energy. Like, even though you're a virgin, you're not scared. I feel like this is something you even promote. You're like, I'm a virgin, so we could do this, but we're not doing all of this, just so you know. You know, you very much have a mouth on you. Your throat chakra is not blocked whatsoever. You definitely put people in their place like, we're not doing that. We are not participating like that. I feel like you had a good father figure. Yes and no, because the energy I was picking up before, when I said physical abuse, trigger warning, you know, some type of authority figure shenanigan popped up. I'm not going to lie. But for the most of you, I feel like you had a good father figure, or they told you right away how, you know, there's red flags. There was some type man that you looked up to, that was in your life, that was like, watch these little young bulls out here. They be trying to run game on you, and then you boo-hooing and you stucking on somebody that don't even care about you. So, you know, just watch how you operate in life, especially in the love department. Like, someone, you know, clicked you in. So now you're just like on a radar, like, zoop, zoop, red flag, zoop, zoop, you only trying to fuck, zoop, zoop, nope, zoop, zoop. Like, you know how to sift through people with ill intention. All right, pile 3. What is pile 3 sexual energy? We have Pisces. Pisces, as soon as I saw the Pisces card, it made me think of a hopeless romantic. So I feel like maybe that's why you don't participate in these things, because you're like, I don't want unrequited love. I want grand gesture love. You know, even though you're a realist to some degree, where you're like, I know a lot of people are just up for sexual conquest, you also have like this imaginative, kind of impractical, illogical side. Maybe to you it's not illogical. It's definitely a love story that's possible. But again, that father figure, or that masculine energy that kind of bursts your bubble about love, you're like, oh, maybe I'm being illogical. Maybe it's unrealistic. But you definitely have this kind of like, one day I'm gonna have this and I'm gonna have that. This is honestly word for word what I heard. One day I'm gonna leave this place and I'm gonna live in a castle all my own, and we're gonna walk around naked and they're gonna suck my toes. Like, what? Feet to me are so gross. I'm not kink shaming at all, but like feet are gross. All right. So just to know that people be down there sniffing it and sucking it and looking up all in the lint of the crevices of the toes. Oh my God, that's so much. But you like what you like, so I'm not mad at you. If you like toes, live your best life. I hope you find exactly what you're looking for. All right, we have first house of self. It says entry point, awakening, opinions, physical body. Yeah, physical body. I feel like you look fit, but with physical body also and self-awareness and life philosophy, I feel like you just have a certain outlook about your body. And even if though you're comfortable saying certain things and comfortable knowing that people are doing certain things about you, what I mean by that is like you are saying certain things and people are touching themselves or people are looking at your ass and like getting hard, whatever the case may be, you understand that the kind of like the role you play in life. Not I seen this show called Yellowstone, and there was this girl named Beth, and she was like, the bartender was like, do you have ID? And she was like, yeah, I got 2 right here. And she kind of like dipped over in her dress so that you could see her tits. And she told this boy, she was like, I can either be taken advantage of or I can work it to my advantage. So you are kind of like, I know what I got. I know what I carry. I know what my body looks like. I'm kind of working my assets, my physical appearance to my advantage. But when it comes to physical intimacy, when it comes to like intertanglement, when it comes to really knowing my body and someone touching me and like, like it's a different experience. Like you have a certain outlook when it comes to your body, your sacredness, your sanctity or something like that. That you don't play. You don't play. When it comes to yourself, you don't play. You could be religious for some of you, or I just saw a scene from MTV's Awkward, and the girl Alyssa, she was churchy, but she was like, I could still be a virgin. You could use my 𝚙𝚊𝚏𝚎, and was talking about getting it up the ass. And I just heard that for you, like you could be a virgin, so like your body is special to you and sacred to you, and that's why you don't participate beyond communication. Some of you might, like I said, be using that 𝚙𝚊𝚏𝚎, but to each their own. I'm not judging. I just think it's funny that I'm talking about this stuff out loud. And then we have 5th house of passion, which is Leo energy. It says performance. Yeah, for you, it's like a performance. You are like, okay, I get a gold star if I can make this person come. And it's a performance because you are like pretending you're like, oh, this is what it feels like to be a phone sex operator. Okay. And you're like, yeah, right there. Who likes it? It's so tight. You're so big. And they're like, oh, I'm right there. I'm close. And you're cracking up because you're like, oh, I have a gift. Like, this is a performance. Like, you get pleasure also out of other people's pleasure, but you also, it's like humorous to you. Like, you're like, it's romantic because, this is my boyfriend and I'm helping him figure this out. But this is also like so fucking hilarious because this is more of like a mental, you're not in it completely because it's not a physical thing. I don't know. I'm not getting the energy that you are also rubbing yourself off while they are, it's mostly for most of you, it's phone conversation. I think I did mention mutual masturbation, but it's more like someone's playing with themselves while you're watching and you're saying stuff. But I don't think you're also touching yourself too. So maybe it's not mutual masturbation. Maybe it's just like cuckold solo play. I don't know, something. But I know too many. I'm feeling I know too many words, so I'm gonna keep going to the next one. Hilarious. Pile 3. We have ambition, number 38, which comes down to 11. 11 is about balance. We have ambition. Someone doesn't make you want to jump their bones. You're like, what's the point? I feel like unrequited love is like a frequent theme in your life, not even intentionally. You could even have, like, again, partners. You're not talking to like strangers at a party. You're like talking to someone you're dating on the phone, you know, helping them get off. It's like your long distance relationship or something like that. But even being in a relationship, you're like, the passion has to be off the charts for me to even consider wanting to participate. But with ambitious, I feel like you're ambitious. You're like, you have a goal in mind and you're like, I'm gonna get it done. You're like, I'm gonna make them come 3 times. I'm gonna make them edge. I'm gonna make them beg for it. If they're not begging, if they're not like, please, please, I'm on my knees, I need it. Like, please let me come. If they're not, you know, screaming my name, the answer is no. I feel like you're always, with ambitious, you're always trying to push it to the next, the higher realm. You're like, if yesterday I fit 2, today I'm fitting 3. If last time it was a minute, this time it's 4. Oh, see, and then we have number 4, Artemis. That's me, Mario. With focus. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me, baby? I feel like you like focusing on other people because that takes the attention off of you. I feel like you should try masturbating only if you feel comfortable to do so. But I feel like you definitely should explore yourself more. Like, you could be sacred and that's amazing, but you shouldn't be a mystery to yourself, in my opinion. So yeah, you definitely like to focus on other people, which is why you pour all the attention on them and let them touch their body and let them do their thing. Or also you assume the love is unrequited, so you don't put yourself again in the focus. But yeah, when you're passionate about something, you like to focus all of your attention on that. You could really get like tunnel vision. And also, I want to say this isn't necessarily your sexual energy forever, but it definitely is for now. It definitely is, I think, a big part of you. You're always like looking for the red flag, the unrequited love. You're always looking for that other shoe to drop. So it kind of keeps you at an arm's distance. So I feel like even if you do get into like sexual encounters, you're kind of still at a distance. Not that you don't know how to give like some love or give some attention or give pleasure, but I feel like you're not fully in it. For some of you, you could be ace or even have a low libido and you kind of only have sex to please your partner. Like, you know, this is something that's major to them. So you're like, okay, I can lay there, I guess. Some of you also, I feel like you should be encouraged to try toys and like maybe you use the fleshlight on them or like you use something, so you're still included even if your body isn't the main focus. You're still participating to some degree. And I even saw some of you like to be fully clothed while your partner is completely naked. And again, it helps you, it's something with like boundaries, or maybe you don't like skin to skin contact, or there's something where you are trying to like establish a certain distance. And it's like, that's totally fine, but it's kind of like your partner also likes boobs. So like maybe take your shirt off, find a way to incorporate something they like too, like make a certain compromise. I feel like the person you're involved with in the future, they enjoy pleasing you also and enjoy making you happy and are totally flexible and adaptable to your boundaries. But it's kind of like they want a little bit too. They compromise so much for you, and they don't mind doing it. They don't want you to feel like a burden, and they don't want you to think it's unrequited love, like things they have to do. And they don't want you to feel like there's things in relationships you have to do. They only want you to do things you're comfortable with. But, you know, they're like, if I could see if you could flash me a little titty or something, you know, if you could bend over and shake that ass or something, you know, that would be fun. So it's like a visual enjoyment from a distance. It's like a couple little seconds. So it's like a quick little gif or a boomerang. And then you just go about your business, you know, just a little bit of eye candy or something, is what I just heard. Just, you know, for future advice when the comfortability starts coming in. So let's keep going. Pile 3. What is pile 3? Sexual energy. And we also have Sagittarius energy that just popped up because this bow and arrow makes me think of Sag. And I think I said Sag already with that bully card, so they was already mentioned. And shout out to my Aquariuses because it's our season. I mean, this is a timeless reading. However, currently, what is pile 3 sexual energy? We have the return of Aphrodite, number 13, which comes down to number 4. But this is exactly what I was saying. Temple, birth of a goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred, which is what I've been saying. You treat your body as sacred. Your body is a temple. You're like, if I was guided to sleep with you, those are actions we've been taking, but the Lord Jesus told me to preserve my body for the benefits of my one true love. I don't know what Jesus says. I don't know. I ain't read that book, but you know. Yep, some of you could be spiritual, and that's why you're a virgin. Because now I'm looking at Father, and I'm hearing, "Oh, thy Father be thy name." I don't know. I don't know that story either, but it could be for a religious reason. What is pile 3's sexual energy? We have protection. It says call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. Yeah, I feel like that gives you the upper hand. That's a way to protect yourself by staying a virgin. Look, we have the crossed arms and the crossed arms. It's a form of protection. All right, and then we have one more, and we're done. Oh, this card was already flipped. Interesting. 3 of Cups. It gives me the impression that if you do sleep with someone one day, you would want them to be your friend first, or someone from the community, someone from the Bible study, someone from the Piggly Wigglies is what I heard. All right. We have, so you can see the card too. We have the 3 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the 10 of Coins. So 10 of Pentacles. First of all, a lot of fire energy, fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Secondly, I feel like you do like being at a long distance relationship with someone, because if they're not in the same city as you, in the same neighborhood as you, they have less expectations, because it's like they can't assume you guys are gonna fuck when we don't even live in the same country or something like that. It's like another form of protection. So I feel like you kind of look for, or you like, long distance relationships, social media relationships, dating the person you met on your Xbox Live party, something. I don't know, something like that, some type of disconnect. But also you like someone who has longevity, someone you can mature with. This goes from a Page of Wands to a Knight of Wands. That's succession. That's growth. So I feel like you want someone you can have longevity with, a legacy with, a family with, someone you can grow with, long term, but someone that starts out with a friend. So technically you've been growing with them this whole time. When it comes with unrequited love, I feel like, again, maybe you were just platonic friends and the friendship developed into something more. You want friendship because you feel safe. It's someone who really sees you, someone who knows you, someone who knows what you've been through. I feel like for the people who have been through abuse or something like that, you know, having a friend who sees you, who's patient with you, who understands why you are the way you are, makes it much easier than telling someone about the trauma you've been through. You know what I mean? A friend has already been there, has already witnessed it, has already known you. And again, this is again when I said this energy could change. You know, maybe in the future you learn to talk about what you've been through. You learn to talk about your past. You go to therapy. Like, I'm not saying all of you need therapy, but I'm just saying there are red flags within you, as well as you being hyper vigilant about them being within other people. I feel like you could also have abandonment issues. Anyway, that's not the point. Your sexual energy, you like to have a friendship first, so you can really indulge in that trust and revel in that togetherness and the honesty of knowing each other previous to a physical connection. Yeah, but you like to plan for the future. You like to be romantic, adventurous, passionate, but only in an environment where you feel safe to do so, where you feel like there's growth. Because again, you don't want a hit it and quit it type of situation. You don't want I'm here for you and then I ghost you. And you understand that your body deserves the best, requires the best, and you don't want to play that shit. And also, I've heard if you have a kid, you don't want your kid to have a bunch of half siblings. You want, I heard purity within the connection, and that doesn't mean like dating within your race. That means that if you are the mom and the person's the dad, you want your lineage, which is all the brothers and sisters, to have the same core parents. And you say that because I feel like you have a lot of half siblings, or you've seen situations where, you know, people go on Ancestry and they find this long lost sibling, and it's just like you don't want to have that disconnect. You don't want to have that distance. You know, you already have that distance within your partner, having, you know, a long distance relationship or someone at arm's length. You also don't want to have that with your kids or your siblings, or like the family moving forward, is what I heard. But this is what I have for you, pile 3. I just seen 11:22 on the clock, by the way. And until next time, bye. Hello, pile 4. You give me the impression that you are well worth the wait. I see a vision of a lady going through auditions all day, and she's just ready to go home. And finally you walk in, and you're attractive, don't get me wrong, but you're not over the top attractive. You don't already look good, and you're wearing Dolce & Gabbana, and you're doing something extra. You know what I mean? You just look good, but like in a simple way. Like, you let your looks speak for itself, so you don't have to do too much extra. Like, you could have no makeup on, or your hair is like, you have these beautiful natural curls, or like you just look good, but you're just in like a white tee, like something effortless about it. And it's just like, and then for the audition, you delivered exactly what they were looking for. And the person who was all ready to go home, all kind of cranky, just hanging out with you, was kind of like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh, I'm so glad I waited. Like, that was worth the wait. That's the vision I got. So pile 4, what is pile 4's sexual energy? Well, with the rate, it's also giving me the impression, like, say you're the type of person who's wanting to hook up with someone, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I had to cancel the date, this came up. Oh, I had to leave early, this happened. And something keeps distracting from your guys' plans for an intimate union. And it's like, oh, let's go away this weekend. Oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, my mom needs me. Oh, this, oh, that. And finally you hook up, and it's like, holy shit, that was so worth the wait. That's how people feel about you, about fucking you. All right, isn't that an ego boost? We have Samaritan. It says, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. That's why people feel like it's well worth the wait. I was reading the shadow side, sorry. It says exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. I feel like you don't exact it. Like, you don't look for it, but people give it to you. They're like, bravo. The thing you did with the tongue and the, oh my God, like, amazing. When it says, help those you prefer to ignore, I feel like you pay attention to parts of the body that people tend to ignore. Like, people tend to overlook most of the body and, you know, just go for below the waist and maybe the neck and maybe some hair pulling, but you're out here like caressing shoulders and kissing thighs and got hands on hips and you're squeezing ass and you're rubbing toes, and it's just like, oh my goodness, you're nibbling ears. It's like, where, how did you know that was even in an androgynous zone? Like, yes, we have guide. It says represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. But with guide, it's giving me the energy. First of all, we have an owl right here. Owls represent wisdom. I feel like through, I don't know, through YouTube videos, through experience, you just learn that, you know, when you tickle the back of the neck, the guy starts getting hard. When you trickle kisses around the belly button, the bitches start getting wet. Like, I don't know what it is. You out here, Ned's declassified sex survival guide. Like, you know where to guide the things, how to guide the attention, all right? And even in a flirting situation, before you get in the bedroom, the sexual energy you ooze is like, again, a guide. You know that if you lick your lips when you talk or you bite your lips, like, that's going to pull focus this way. You know, if you play with your straw and bat your eyes, this reaction is going to happen. Like, you know where to guide the conversation to get what you want. I'm not saying you're manipulative in a bad way. It's giving Scorpio energy. It's like, you don't it's not peer pressure. Like, you're not forcing anyone to do it, but you're like, I'm just making it known that I want these things, and if you want these things, press number 3, please. Like, I hear a voice recording and it's like, press 1 if you are uninterested, press 2 if you want to pursue, press 3 if you rather be free. Like, you know, it's a process. Hello? You like no interruptions. That makes me think of a song, No Interruptions by Ollie, I think it is. Okay, so my uncle called and completely ruined the vibe. So let me figure out where I was. I think I just put the Virgin card down. It says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. The Virgin card also just came out for pile 3.
But for you, virginity meant having impure thoughts or urges and not allowing yourself to act on them.
I need a clarifier because, like I said, my train of thought got ruined, and I don't even know how it's trying to implicate itself. Implicate itself, is that the word? I don't know. We have Fool. It says fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Okay. The impression I got is you could be a virgin. And that's why you know about all of these secret spots that people typically ignore, because you take your time going slow and like really getting to know the body before you get to know below the waist. It's also giving me the impression that because you're a virgin, you kind of study, again, porn or YouTube videos about pleasure zones or things you should know or ways to kiss, so that you can focus on, again, parts that are ignored. You read the guides. That's why you could write it, because you study them so much. Because with Fool, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy.
I feel like you're laughing at yourself that it took you so long to come out the closet, but you're just like, I'm gay, in case you didn't know.
The vibe is killed. Like, I just seen 8:44 on the recording time. The vibe is killed. My uncle killed the vibe. He really did. I feel like this could be a gay relationship. So you're trying to learn tricks other than penetration. I heard candle wax play, or like rubbing hot oil on each other and caressing, and like the tantric, like staring in each other's eyes. Let me get on to my next card. I'll tie in any information as I go, but I need like the spark of a new card to clear out the energy of being stuck. We have Express Your Love, which also came out in pile 2, I believe. It says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And we have Give Your Relationship a Chance. It says, work on your partnership.
Never having been in a same-sex relationship before, or a queer relationship before, or this is your first time at a throuple or polyamory. Whenever you try something new, of course, there's hesitation, there's fear, there's setbacks. But give yourself patience while you really give this relationship a chance.
No. You know what I'm going to do? The Virgin card is really the one that's throwing me off because it came out already. And I also shuffled that card when I was still had that phone energy, you know, my uncle's energy. So pile 4, sexual energy. Pile 4, sexual energy. Also, with the way things are right now, where I just took the card back, it gives me the impression that you are someone who had like 3 wives, or try to get married before, or kind of denied the fact that you've always been gay, or, you know, you're like, let me just make sure that this heterosexual or heteronormative lifestyle doesn't work for me. Let me be sure. Let me really experiment. And you're like, okay, that's enough. It's not working. So you're giving your relationship a chance. You're giving this new lifestyle for you a chance. And then we have Poet. It says, expresses soul's insights and symbolic language. Because I keep seeing sets, right? So we have 2 turtle doves. We have 2 people who look like the same person. You know, it's a mirror of each other. So who do you see when you look in the mirror? If you see a masculine, if you see a feminine, I feel like you're finding your match. With expressing your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. It's giving me the impression that in the past, you know, you never pursued a girl because you are a girl. You had this, you know, internalized shame or homophobia, or there was some type of disconnect. So no, you and helps people you would prefer to ignore. Some people would try to ignore the fact, you know, that they're queer or they're gay or something like that. So I feel like now you're in a position where you want to express your love. And it's kind of like, I love this. I love that. I love that we have the same parts. I love, you know, let me write a haiku about the situation, you know, because you're a poet. I love the taco. In case you didn't know, ho. Come back again, love. Boom. Haiku. All right. The shadow attribute says turns a lyric gift into negative or destructive effect. I feel like the poet, you kind of have like this new way of life, this new love for life, and you're expressing your love. You're like, love feels so good, love feels so easy, things are so breezy when you live in the good life. When you denying yourself, you will cry, but I'm out here and I shine cause I like girls, don't you know? That's like when Renee Rapp said, can a gay girl get an amen? Hello? All right, bye. People are just calling me left and right. Maybe you popular. Maybe you expecting a phone call from somebody and you about to get just that. But let's keep going because I'm noticing how their arms are all over each other. You want someone all over you. It's complicated. It's complex, okay? It says irritates, complicates, transforms, educates, makes curious. Maybe you're bi-curious. Something is, calling you. And you need to find balance, all right? Balance in who you are as a person. It says confronts, conflicts with, calls out, objectifies, make conscious of, mirrors. You want someone who mirrors you. I said that. You want someone who looks like you. Like, find balance in your pleasure. And if you want to date a woman, you want to date a man, if you're gay, own that. Accept that. I accept you. You accept you. There's no shame in the game. Then we have Neptune, which is Pisces information. It says, it's Pisces energy. It says dreams. I feel like you have a dream about who you want to be. It says self-sacrifice. You've been sacrificing yourself, having these marriages that are unadventurous, not full of passion, not full of love. It says visions, universal love, imagination, memories, subconscious. You have memories of ever since you were a kid, how you had a crush on this girl on your soccer team, how you used to look at the boy, take little peeks at him getting undressed because you had a crush on him. And it's time for you to express your love. It's time for you to get out there. So for the queers, watch these two movies, Red, White, and Royal Blue from Amazon Prime, and Bros. I think that's on Peacock. I'm not sure. What else?
My sister walked in, so from here on out, it'll be a voiceover. We have number 38 with ambition. 3 and 8 is 11. 11 reiterates the fact that we got balance in that one card. It's time for you to balance out who you are and call out your truth and live for that truth and live for your dreams. And of course, it's complicated because it's new, but it's something you have to go after. Number 13, new beginnings. 3 and 1 is 4. 4 is about foundations. It's time for you to try something new because you've been trying the same thing and you're getting the same result, which is you filled with discontentment, or you still having certain urges you want to pursue, certain things you want to try, certain things you want to experiment for. And now is the time to have a new beginning and allow yourself to explore new realities. So you can't hear my shuffling, but then we have the card Take a Break. It says, a life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. I feel like you've been running so fast down the path you think you're supposed to be on. It's time for you to take a break from how you think things are supposed to pan out or how you think the end goal looks, and stop trying to make yourself the person you think other people want you to be, and allow yourself to breathe, allow yourself to try things. Like, even the if this might be a phase, even if this might be an experiment that doesn't last past the summer, at least you can say you tried, you explored, you gave yourself enough trust and enough permission and enough freedom to create hypotheses and like see how they play out.
Yeah, this group is short, but that's not my problem because I'm trying to be done. So we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy, the Hangman, Seven of Wands, Ten of Swords, Judgment, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and the Ten of Cups.
So you feel like it's taken a lot of strength and courage to bury down your desires and these thoughts and these impure behaviors or whatever you classify these actions as, but it actually takes way more strength to be who you actually want to be, to choose authenticity over acceptability.
And then I just seen 2044 on the recording time. And 11:44 on the clock.
And you are coming at a crossroads or at a point in time where you're looking at things in a different way, and you're choosing to validate yourself instead of finding validation in other people's, and really defend your preferences and your choices, because you don't get to choose what you like, but you get to choose if you want to pursue it. You get to choose if you stay in a position, stay at rock bottom, stay in a hard place, or if you go towards the things you truly want. The judgment might be there from family members and from people all of your life, but the judgment should no longer come from yourself. And you're choosing to like absolve yourself from the potential for ruin, I'm hearing, or something like that. And you're choosing, even if it seems selfish, to go after the things you want because you're tired of like being a recluse or staying away from certain environments or pretending to be certain things. Like, I feel like you've done your part to kind of sit on the sidelines and observe, and it really helped you get to know yourself. For some of you, you guys interacted with, like, jumped right in the deep end, as I mentioned, marriages and such before. But now you're in a position, or it's, come this point in time where you want emotional fulfillment. You want to know what it feels like to feel joy and happiness and acceptance, and you want to improve your life. So you are forgiving yourself from what happened, what has been, the lessons you had to learn, and you're looking at things like, what would life look like if I was happy? What would, like, you're just curious about certain natures within yourself and within life, and you want to try those and explore those, and you have all the permission to do so. And you don't need my permission nor anybody else's. Follow your heart, follow your intuition, really trust yourself that it's pulling you in the direction that you should be. If you all your life have imagined kissing a girl, making out with a girl, and you yourself are a girl and you thought this was like a tomboy phase you'll outgrow, or, you know, a family member or someone told you this isn't the right reality for you, or this isn't the circumstances you should be living, or whatever the case may be, okay? Now is your time to explore for yourself. Now is your time for you to get your own decision and make your own determination about the life you want to live. And tying it all back into your sexual energy is a person who's very explorative and very willing to experiment and try things. You don't want to say you don't like it until you try it. So right now, you're kind of in this state where you want things to transition. You want your sex life to change so that you could be more open to trying new things or satisfying the urge. You have like a craving that needs to be filled and pursuing that and what that looks like.
So that is what I have for you today, and I will see you next time. Bye.